Yo, 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 yo. Black Lion Crew, pa' mi barrio, dale. I'm from the city where the sun burn like fire, fire. We don't wear white tee, blue jeans and some Nikes. Es vida, blue Jordan son chancletas every day. Donde hablamos al derecho y al revés. Y esa es la fiesta, para nosotros nadie nos invitó. Como quiera entramos.
Water Rights is a series of 10 murals that are being painted across the globe in the next year that are all focused on different communities and their relationship to water.
We hope that by doing these murals about water that we'll draw attention on both local and global levels about the different water issues. We also hope that by doing this we draw more attention and support for the work that is being done within each community already.
Throughout the whole process, there's at least 50 to 100 volunteers involved. There's young people that are engaged in going to movie nights or workshops. There's community folks that are outreach to local businesses support by donating food or donating supplies. And the whole process is like coming together to create a collective project that will address an issue that's very relevant and very crucial to all of us right now.
It's relevant. This is like current events. This is art that's inspired by current events. And these are issues that we're going to be dealing with now and we're going to be dealing with in the future. So I think it's really pertinent.
Water is a human right, just like air. Water should be free. Water shouldn't be privatized. It should be a human right. My students started doing a lot of research about the water issues, and we had a lot of elders come and speak to us too. It got a lot of my students to research their own facts and look for their own answers and their own solutions within their own communities.
The sketch for this mural has been created by a collective of organizations that are a part of the Oakland community. So Eastside Arts Alliance, Visual Element Program, Youth Together, and Land is Life Collective have all worked together to create the ideas for the sketch.
So every workshop was a different process: education, sketching, and then kind of just bringing the whole thing to life and bringing a mural to life. And then of course coming out here and buffing the wall, sketching it, doing all that onto the wall, and then having this beautiful painting day where we invite the whole community.
Art in this public context really takes away that feeling of helplessness in something so large. It's like a collective imagination. Everyone's sort of thinking about it together, and this is a response to it.
I was taught by a master to say, the media calls it graffiti. We call it spray can art. It's constructive deconstruction. We're deconstructing a simple surface like a wall, but we're also constructing something that's bigger.
I feel that it's good to also get involved in the community and have people know what's going on in the world other than just the city. You have to look at the big picture and not just what the next thing in your life is going to be. You have to think of the future.
They ask, why do you put a water bottle? Why are you doing a fish? Why are you doing this? So that's when we do our job and kind of break down the whole thing and the cycle of it and everything that we learn pretty much throughout the whole workshops. There has to be education before we go out and do a mural. It's not about painting a pretty picture. That's what I tell my students. They look at an image and they want to paint that in their drawing and their piece, whatever project we're doing. But at the end of the day is, are you able to break it down? Are you able to tell the history about it? Are you able to tell a story with it? So yeah, that's the role of artists, keeping the histories and the stories of everybody alive.
Through these workshops, we've been learning about how scarce water is. If you look at the world as a whole, there's over 95% of the world's water is all salt water, so it's undrinkable. And the remaining amount, a lot of it is inaccessible because it's in glaciers or it's in groundwater. So the amount of fresh water that exists is really only 2% of all the water on the planet. And over half of that is already polluted. So if we really think about it, only 1% of the world's water is accessible to us and our future generations to drink. Luckily, the universe has this great process called the rain cycle, so water is coming down from the sky as clean, pure water that's drinkable. But in the cities, we don't really navigate our system around the water. We kind of actually pave over all the ground with cement, and what that does is it stops the water from being able to soak into the ground, and it disrupts the entire rain cycle.
I hope that we inspire a lot of other people to do art. I hope we are able to support other artists, and I hope that some of our projects help launch some top talents that aren't so well known yet. And I hope we make a change. I hope we shift the way people live their lives.
My hopes for this project are that here in Oakland and any other place that we're able to travel on this project, the people are able to put their own story on the wall and utilize this form of public art as a way for them to put images to their own voices and broadcast them to the world.
Be the change that you want to see. You can be anything that you want to be. If you don't know the answer, then